Hello everyone, how is it going? So we have another edition of the Challenge Jab meeting, and today we have the co-founder Jesus come here to take questions from the community, and myself, the challenge master. I go by the name Wilfred Patrick. So for everyone who's going to be joining this call, do well to take a screenshot as proof that you were on this call. And we're going to reward you with 25k CHL. So today we'll go ahead to discuss what we have for the week and the challenges that we had this week as well, the trending challenges, and we'll take questions if any. We'll take questions from the community.
Awesome. So yeah, another exciting week of ChallengeDac AMA. We looks like it's a little bit. We had to change the time. Well, we had some schedule conflicts with the team, so we had to change our normal time. So it looks like there's a little fewer people than normal, but we shared the links online, and I think more people will be joining here shortly. But for those of you who don't know what we do and who we are, we're ChallengeDac. We're a decentralized application that runs on both the EOS network and the Telos network. And what we do is we let people, we give people a place where they can post challenges where people can win cryptocurrency for doing different tasks. And anybody who downloads the application can post a challenge and ask people to do something for a task. And we have an application where we make it very simple, where people can show their proof, share links, share pictures. And we basically are an intermediary where people can do different tasks and get rewarded for those tasks. And likewise, people can participate in other people's challenges too, and win rewards, or you can make your own challenges and get people to do things and give out cryptocurrency for that too. So, and we do these every week, and we take questions from the community. We go over news and give everybody a rundown of what's going on with our project and our development. We've been around for 4 years now, and we've had 8 different versions. We're in ChallengeDac version 8. And you can find us, we're available in the Android store and in the Apple store. So you can find us there. So like I said, it's a small little group today. Hopefully we'll get a few more people in here. So I think we should just jump in there and talk about the news that we got going on. And probably the next 2 weeks, the biggest thing for us is going to be Pomelo. Now, we've been, like I said, we've been on the network for 4 years now. We have a token that's been on exchanges that the CHL token has been traded for over 3 or 4 years on different exchanges. But recently, the EOS Network Foundation has been supporting projects, and they've been putting resources into development like ours, the ChallengeDac development. And one of the ways they're doing it is through these Pomelo grants. And so I'll go ahead and I'll share my screen here and give you guys an idea of what we got going on. So to give you guys a layout of Pomelo, it's a quadratic funding platform. And what happens is people contribute to these different projects, and you can contribute to, I think there's probably like 140, they said, different proposals. And the important thing to see with this is that basically the foundation, the EOS Foundation, has set aside about $900,000. You see right here, about $900,000 that they're going to give to these different projects like ours. And they're going to give the funding based on how much donations they received and by how many people, how many people donated and how much got donated. And to give you an idea here, like this project here, EOS, libraries, tutorials, this one's gotten about $1,600 in donations, but they're estimating that they'll get about $60,000 from the matching pool. Just because they've had 97 contributors and they raised that $1,600. So you can see for every one EOS that a project gets contributed to, or someone contributes every EOS that gets contributed to a project, it's likely that that project is going to get maybe 10 or 20 back in return. So it's very important that we encourage people to donate to these different to our ChallengeDac um, proposals. And as of now, we got 2 that are out, and probably what we were working on a third that didn't get approved. But for this season, I think we're just going to focus on these 2 because after all, we have to do the work that we say we're going to do. And the first one is, and we talked, like I mentioned in other videos, we talked in with our development team, and we've been working in our own little team, our own little group here for a couple years now. And a lot of times we haven't open sourced or released a lot of what we're working on to the larger EOS community, because that's more time and resources. And we've been putting all our time and resources into our own project, into rewards. So we haven't had a chance to audit and open source a lot of our code, which a lot of EOS development projects could benefit from. So one of the first grant that we have available is the decentralized private key management system that we use. And it sounds complicated, but what it is we've developed a system with ChallengeDac where we pretty much, all the challenges take place on mobilely. They're on the mobile application, and we let people safely and securely keep their private keys on their mobile device. And we do it in an efficient way, quick sign up, and it's just, it's battle tested. We've been at this for quite a few years. So we have some really good private key mobile code that we want to audit and we want to release to the community. And that qualified as a public good. Obviously, all these different grants have to be public goods. So that's our first one. And so far, we've had 17 contributions, and we've had 13 unique contributors. And the total amount that we've raised in EOS has been $45. And they're estimating that would match us with $500. But we're early on. I mean, we still have a long ways to go. This is going to go on for the next pretty much 2 weeks. We have 14 days in here. But I think as a team, it's important for us to continue to tell people about these grants, get people to contribute, and get people to realize that for every $1 or $2 in EOS that they give us, the project's likely to get 10 or 20 in return. And that's going to go a long ways for rewards, for development, for jobs, for people who are working on ChallengeDac. So these are very important. So this is the first one that we have. And the second one that we have is the smart contract reward pooling, or ChallengeDac reward pooling smart contract function. And what that does is, every time, for you guys that play the spinning wheel on ChallengeDac, every time someone makes a challenge, and we actually did this originally to combat spamming. So originally people were spamming and making challenges continuously. So we needed to have a little fee just to keep people from doing too many challenges and spamming the network. So we take a few % of every challenge that gets made, and we put it into a reward pool. And once it's in that reward pool, then people are able to spin the wheel, this ChallengeDac spin wheel, and have a chance of reward or winning those rewards that got accumulated. But that code and that smart contract code is code that's tough to develop, and we've been working on. And that's another thing that we want to release to the community as well. So we go over the grant here, talk about it, and so far we've had 10 contributors on this particular grant, and we've raised $24, and and they're estimating that at this rate we get 207 back. So not huge numbers, not nearly what we need to do what we need to do what we are trying to do. But I think if we continue the campaign and continue to get people to contribute, we could get a lot more. I mean, some of these projects are estimated to get, 12,000, 60,000, 21,000. So if we campaign and we raise awareness, we have the chance to get a lot of some funds, some much needed funds to go toward the development and to release this code, and it's going to benefit the EOS community, and it'd be good for us too.
At this point, we calling on all ChallengeDac lovers, beneficiaries, that you can support us on Pomelo and share the link to your friends, family to also support ChallengeDac. I mean, this is one of the applications that you basically earn crypto for free.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get to share a Facebook post and earn crypto. I think that's a lot. That's a lot. So
yeah. I mean, this is important technology. It's cutting edge technology that we've been working on for 3-4 years now. So we just want people to understand how all the things that can be done with this technology, and that's why we're getting more people to use the technology. We're getting more people to realize what it's capable of. But in order to do that, it's important for us to get the funding that we need. And doing things like Pomelo is super important. And we're really happy that they've developed the system. It's a new system, so I'm sure they're going to tweak a lot of things, and there's a lot of things they got to figure out. Campaigning and getting.
This is too, So we still have. I'm sure there'll be season 3, season 4, season 5. So I mean, Chad, did you hear me? I mean, this is the second season. I mean, Pomelo season 2, So we could not participate in season 1, but in season 2 now we've decided to participate, and this is a chance for you to, support your favorite DApp, which is the Challenge Years application.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned about, we understand that probably, looking at the network, we have more people that participate. And I don't know if you would agree with this, Willow. You probably would agree with this, but we have more people that participate in challenges than people who make challenges, right?
Of course.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So a lot of people who use a challenge application are, people who are looking for different activities to do online to earn some crypto. And they're not really, you could see how that, if you're looking to earn crypto and you're looking to make money with crypto, you're not really thinking about donating, or you're not really wanting to donate. But so for those people, just helping spread awareness and asking other people to donate is really helpful. So you don't actually have to spend any of your own, you don't have to donate if you just are able to help get the word out and share these Pomelo grant links.
I mean, that will go a long way.
It goes a long ways, yeah. And we just, for example, I got a challenge out, and Anthony, you're on the call. You did this great video showing you actually were able to contribute to one of the grants, right?
I contributed to both of them, actually.
Yeah.
The first one, I was really trying to figure out how it works, while the second one, I was actually making the video.
Yeah. And there's some issues with the site. I think, there is a new site, and I noticed that not everything's running smoothly. You wouldn't expect it would. I mean, these guys are figuring all this stuff out now, and just, so there's some errors and, different things that are hard to use on the site, but they're getting fixed up. But anyways, you were able to make a video, and I'll go ahead and I'll play it here, where you were able to make a video and show people and walk people through the process. Because for people who are new or haven't used Pomelo, it's a little bit to figure out. So I'll go ahead and I'll play the video. I went ahead and took the video and narrated it and explained what you were doing so people could understand. But I'll go ahead and I'll play the video so people have an idea of how it looks like and how you can contribute. Here's a great little overview of the Pomelo grant that we have live, and how. Or actually, what we could do, Anthony, is I'll just play the video. I'll turn the sound off, and you, in your own words, can tell us the process and what you were doing during the process. How does that sound?
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead.
But actually, this particular video is not from myself, because I did my own with the system. So I encourage somebody to actually donate to us and send a video to me in my DM.
Okay.
So because I told her I was having issues accessing the site. So this was from one of our community members I trust. And so she made the video and actually sent it to me, and I really liked it. So
Yeah.
I sent it to you, and I made another one, which it will be out tomorrow. I want to make a post about it. I'll upload it on YouTube. I'll upload it on Twitter, and also put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
You see how far that goes.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, they got that one saying, monkey see, monkey do. So if people see people doing something, they're likely to emulate that behavior. So if we put a lot of videos out of people contributing to the chat, to these grants, to show videos describing the process and all of that, then that's going to really encourage other people to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and I sort of narrated the video here and explained what each thing we're doing, and I'll go ahead and I'll just let the video
Can I
run.
say, I tried to talk to some of my friends who are in the crypto space, in the blockchain, and some of them have never really heard about Pomelo grants before. And one of them I talked to was telling me that actually EOS blockchain, EOS IO, there are not a lot of projects coming out from there, and it really looks like a ghost land. I was trying to encourage him more. He said he knows about GitHub, right? Is it GitHub donations? And he was encouraging me to try and do at least, because people always look at what benefits them, like how much they are going to get back if they do this donation. So I think maybe for the sake of the next maybe Pomelo grant that will come up, we should look towards if you donate, like how GitHub do their own. Most of the projects that people mostly donate to are projects that come back to give to the community at the end of everything, at the end of the whole series of donations. So they come back and give a percentage to their community. So we could, before the next Pomelo grant, start enlightening our community and telling them that, okay, we are going to give back 30% of how much that comes in. And then we look at an estimate of what we can get. If we have about 300 people donating one EOS each per average, we say that that should be equivalent of almost like 30,000 or so EOS coming back, $30,000 coming back. So if you give like 10 or 20% of that back to the community, it will go a long way.
Yeah, and then for you guys who are involved with the community and been using ChallengeDac for a while, and I know a lot of you guys are. You have Maxwell and Willow. You've been using it for, you're the challenge master. You've been making challenges for years now. But one of the biggest things that we use for resources for is making our own challenges. So we make a lot of challenges giving out crypto for people to do simple tasks. So, you have this one going on, Willow, where you have a Facebook link with some ChallengeDac media, and you're giving out 0.2 telos, which is like, a fifth of a telos. So who knows what telos will be worth here in a couple of years. But you're giving a fifth of a telos away just for people resharing a Facebook link. So the more funds we have as a project and the more that we have coming in, then the more we'll have for rewards. So that's something that I don't think a lot of people understand right now, but people who've been involved with the project for years do understand that. Yeah, so that's why it's important to get the word out and try to get as many people contributing to our grants as possible. And that's something that we can think about is just getting people to realize how this quadratic funding works, and how that every, if you give out 1 EOS to us, that we could get 10 in return. And then if we got 10 for every 1 EOS that gets contributed to us, and we have 10 that we're able to put back into the network, and we're able to take 3 of those and put those back into the network as rewards, that's really going to help us.
Yeah.
You also, if you are watching this and you're here to download the Challenges application, it's available on both Apple Store and the Play Store. So don't fail to download it and start earning immediately.
Yeah.
Once you download it, you get 10 CHL free for getting to sign up on our application.
Yeah.
And you can trade your tokens on new decks on DeFi box. You can use the DeFi box, and you can also use alcohol.
Yeah.
So make sure you to download the challenges and share to your friends. One of the new features that we had for version 8 was a referral system. And if you get to share it to your friends, and they get to use your code to sign up, or your account name to sign up, and they get to buy some CHL, you have a percentage as a referrer.
Yeah. So if you your account name, so everyone creates an account name. If you give your account name to your friend and they download ChallengeDac for the first time and use your username as a referral code, every time that person buys CHL over the application, then you'll get a 5% bonus back to you. So if someone buys $1,000 of ChallengeDac using your referral name, then that's what would that be? That'd be $50 back to you. So that can add up. So if you get 10, 20, 30 people to download the application and they're buying CHL, they're buying and hodling, then that could be a lot of bonuses going back to you. And it looks like it's working properly. It looks like people have already been getting referral code bonuses, so or referral name bonuses. So that's something that us as core community members who are really pushing the software to let newbies know and know how they can earn. So there's we're giving people so many different ways of earning here with this ChallengeDac application.
Yeah, exactly. And you can also use it to push your content. If you have a page
Hello,
that you want to Hi, Max. Welcome.
yeah, happy Friday, bro. Happy Friday,
Yeah,
community member.
we should say, bro.
Hello, Max.
Yeah, so I had to join on late. I have heard the conversations going concerning the Pomelo grants and about educating our members, the community members concerning the Pomelo grants and the benefits of the grants. They really because of the even recent challenges that really made me to even take a look at the Pomelo grants and register and sign up. Some of our community members are not aware that the Pomelo grant system is live and running.
Yeah.
But at least with those challenges and the CHA pool, the EOS San Diego team, at least now some of our community members now know about the Pomelo grant. Then also, I would like to contribute also concerning the referral system. It's cool. At least that's what is in the basic version, the version 8. Then that referring users, giving users your username to any user to refer. It's cool. It's a very good update on the version 8. Let's contribute something. Now I've been now listening for a while. Let's contribute something.
Yeah.
Still on the call, Chase. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, man.
You've been making some good challenges too. You ran a challenge rewarding people to like CHL and CoinGecko, right? This is your challenge here.
Yeah, I've been on that. I even did one today.
Awesome. So yeah, it looks like you've already had 5 winners. So people were able to get a little bit of EOS for simply just.
I'm gonna reward everybody. Everybody that does the challenge, I reward them.
Yeah. So that's the easy way to win. And thanks for doing that, Maxwell. And the more people that we got participating in these challenges, doing different activities throughout the project, the more funds we're going to be able to bring in, the greater the chances of us growing and reaching more users are, and the more that we'll be able to benefit as early adopters and promoters.
Yeah. You just how many minutes have we gone so far?
We're at about 30 minutes or so, 27 minutes approximately, I think is what we've been going at. We started around, originally we started an hour later. We were supposed to start an hour later. And then we got delayed another 30 minutes. So we ended up starting an hour and a half later. So I know for some of you guys in different parts of the world, it's getting late. So unless people have
We can wrap it up in 3 minutes. Well, for now, we can take questions from the community members that are here.
Yeah.
If your mic is not all right, you can type your questions in the chat.
Yeah.
Or you can just unmute yourself and say something.
So if there's any anyone has any questions or things that they would like to say before we wrap up the meeting, feel free to. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up here in the next couple minutes. We like to keep these, shorter.
Yeah, please. I would like to encourage the community members to always vote challenges. Like you can see about 20 something comment on a particular challenge, but then they're just like 2 votes and 3 votes. It's not encouraging. I've mentioned this before. I think it costs nothing. I don't think it costs more than 10 CHL or 5 CHL for a particular vote. So we are voting challenges. It means nothing to us. So I like all users to upvote challenges whenever they do challenges. Sometimes you go to a challenge and see about 15 comments, then you see only 10, only 2, only 3 votes. It's not encouraging. I encourage all users on the call to try and vote any challenge they get to meet.
I think
Yeah,
I
thank you
think
very much.
I think one of the things we should do in that regard is to add it as an instruction. For you to be an eligible winner of the challenge, you have to also vote.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that makes a difference, and it makes a difference for the challenge creators. So obviously, the more people that vote on your challenge, the greater likelihood you're going to have of having it become trending. And when it becomes trending, then the more people are going to see it, the more visibility it's going to have, and probably the more participants it's going to have. So it all works together. But if you like a challenge and you participate in the challenge, you should like it, so it gets more visible and there's a greater chance of other people participating in it too.
Hello, Chase. Yeah, I also got a suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like us to make CHL trend on Twitter this week. It's not very hard to do. It's just to engage the community members on Twitter, and we'll make the hashtag trend on Twitter. We can make it trend this week.
Yeah.
In this now, make the hashtag trend on Twitter.
Okay.
Why I'm suggesting Twitter is because there are many investors on Twitter. And you just have to get to reach out to them. There are many crypto space users on Twitter. So
Yeah.
we'll get CHL trending on Twitter. Possibly we'll attract new investors to the project. It's just a nice suggestion. I don't know what the community will think about it. This like from this weekend we could start making it trend from tomorrow. Make it trend on Twitter tomorrow, Sunday, Monday. And before the next time we'll be on a call like this, an AMA like this, I think we'll have some good positive results.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's one thing that you've been working on, right, Anthony? Is maybe that's
Yeah. I can make it work out.
Yes.
I can make it work out.
Yeah. So maybe you guys, I know you guys probably, hold on to some CHL tokens. So, and a lot of people who've been able to accumulate a good amount of CHL tokens. So if it starts taking off trading, and I think the biggest thing is if it just makes new markets, if it gets into new markets, then it should have a big price appreciation. I mean, obviously, I don't know, but that's just speculation on my end. But for us who've been in the crypto space, if we just got into new markets, I think the token would take off in a big way because we have solid technology. We have a real use case. I mean, 90% of projects don't even have a use case. We have a use case. We have an application technology. We're just lacking markets and marketing. So hopefully we'll start getting more respect and start getting on some of these larger exchanges. I think that's something that the foundation wants to help us on. And hopefully we'll be able to do that and grow this project because there's a lot of big exchanges that track the price of CHL like Binance, Coinbase. I mean, I show them almost every week. But if one of those exchanges decided to list CHL, we could only imagine what would happen with the price. I'm sure it would do big things to the price.
I think I saw something today and I was very happy. I think CHL was trending today on New Decks. It was a very positive result. I was so happy to see CHL on New Decks trending today.
Yeah.
They're green back,
I saw that too.
Yeah, I was very happy. I almost took a screenshot for this AMA.
I'll be making about 10 trades daily to at least make sure I keep the price not too low and also keeping the trading volume high. So
That's it now. That's the way to work
that's the way
on
to
trading.
go. So we get results and then
Yeah, positive results. Positive results.
Yeah. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And then just having engagement, having participation. You know, the more people participating, the more people that will want to participate. So
yeah.
so we just got to keep doing what we're doing. I think as a team, we're doing a great job, and as a community, we're doing a great job, and we just got to keep pushing forward. So for the next few weeks, these Pomelo grants are a big deal. Let's really try to do, I mean, if everyone can contribute themselves and make a video of them contributing and put that out on social media, I think that's going to really help us. So that's something to focus on, and for the next 2 weeks, and then obviously trading, working on getting more awareness for the CHL token. And one other thing too that I've mentioned in other videos that I'll bring up briefly today too is some of our media or some of our partnerships. So we got a partnership with Peak Fighting, and they're a big fighting organization out of the United States here, sort of in the, you know, around Texas and that area is where they do a lot of their fights. But they have we're partners with them now, and you know, you can see they got the ChallengeDac logo in their cage, and they do pay-per-view events, and there's CHL ChallengeDac, and I'm sure, you know, hundreds of thousands of people have probably seen their fights. You know, so there's another one of our logos. So sharing these videos on Twitter and making people aware of, you know, there's our logo right there, making people aware of the work we've done with our different, you know, partnerships is big too.
Yeah. I think I should make a video on that.
Yeah, yeah, because, you know, we're building technology, we're making media partnerships, we're partnering with sports organizations, getting our logo out there, doing all the things that a project would need to do to really scale and really reach lots of people. But if we do these things and people don't realize it, then it's not going to reflect in our token price. It's not going to reflect in a lot of things. So it's important that we get the word out and let people know and communicate that to them. So yeah, that'd be great, Anthony, if you could do that. Just, you know, they're on Twitter too. They're Peak Fighting. So I think, and that's one thing I told the owner, or not the owner, but one of the people that worked for them when we made the deal with them, is that we would help promote some of their content too. So if we start running challenges on their content, not only does that help them, but it helps us because it gets our logo out there. Because every fight they do now has a ChallengeDac logo in their cage. They have it all over their cage. They have it on their cage, on the side of their cage. So so yeah, I think
I wish they could also donate to us on the Pomelo grants.
Show that in the Pomelo grant. Yeah, I tried to originally, but the Pomelo grants, you have to frame everything as a public good. So originally we submitted one for ChallengeDac, and it was just ChallengeDac as a whole. Right? We talked about the whole business, the whole application, but they said that's not a public good. So instead, we're taking pieces of our code and open sourcing it, auditing it, and we can get grants for that. So we just have to go about it in a different way. But yeah, but we're definitely doing a lot of work as a project, and you guys are doing a lot of great work. So we just got to keep it up.
All right.
Awesome, cool. So I think that's it. If anyone else has anything else to add.
Yo, Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yo, Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Regarding doing the video concerning those that are contributing towards the Pomelo grant. I think some of our community members contributed some days ago. So I don't know, those that have done it already, how do they do about the video? The video you asked them to do concerning the contribution towards the Pomelo grant.
So earlier in the call, we went over the Pomelo numbers. That was the first thing we jumped into, but I'll go ahead and I'll share it again here. Is you know, here's all the Pomelo grants right now. You can see, and we explained how, you know, for every dollar that gets contributed, projects are likely to get maybe $10 or $20 back, a large number back. So, but for our first grant, we've had We've had 13 contributors. We've actually had 17 contributions, but from 13 different people, and we've gotten $45 in terms of EOS, $45 of EOS, and that's going to give us, they're saying that's about $500. You know, that's that at the current rate, but obviously it's early. We have a lot more campaigning to do, and that's for the private key management software, which is, we worked a lot. It was a big deal for us to get this done. We've had it for a few years now. We've been perfecting this, but releasing this code and making it available for other teams to use is going to be big. So we really want to have this grant be successful, and we really would like to see these numbers get up. And then for the smart contract reward pooling, we've had 9 unique contributors, and we've contributed 24 in EOS, and that's going to give us $207 is what they're estimating. But and here's all the people who've contributed, their names. But I think it's important for us to continue to get the word out about these grants and get people to contribute.
Okay.
Yeah, you Chase, I've seen it. It's so cool. Yeah, thank you very much for coming back again.
Yeah, no,
I appreciate that.
yeah, and then
Yeah, I also saw your picture with Miss Marguerite. The picture is so beautiful.
with what?
The picture you posted on Facebook with Miss Marguerite
Oh yeah, yeah, it was a cool little picture.
having a peck on your cheek. You know, it was so lovely seeing a fighter like you having a peck on the cheek. You know.
Yeah, so sometimes I mainly just post about ChallengeDac, but sometimes I'll post about other things in my life.
Okay,
So,
okay. That's cool. Nice one, nice one. More love to you, man.
yeah, we were yeah, it was my girlfriend and I. We were over, and we had a little street fair, and we were hanging out at the street fair and took a little picture and posted it. So yeah, it was fun.
Yo, bro, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much.
Awesome, cool. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. We've been going for about 40 minutes or so. So I'll throw this up on YouTube, maybe run a challenge for people to share it. But the biggest thing is all you guys just get the word out about Pomelo for the next 2 weeks. I think this is going to be the most important thing that we're doing. So this just raise awareness. And if we raise awareness and get more Pomelo users and get more attention to Pomelo itself, I think they're going to really appreciate that too. It's going to help everybody. So let's stay on it and keep doing our good work.
Thanks, Josh.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
All right.